been contemplating this particular subject matter for a while now, and it's very, very, very Aquarius of me. And that subject matter is the subject matter of relationships, whether or not they're necessary. Like, do we have to get involved with, especially the man woman thing, married, find somebody, what? It's something that only the Aquarius can talk to us, like contemplate and then start to talk out loud about. Like, what do you think? Do you think that just because you don't couple up with another man, or say you don't couple up with your opposite, but what I mean is just you don't couple up, period. It's not about gender or anything. It's just whether or not you choose to have somebody else there in your life. Now, for me, it's a no-brainer. It's a big of course, because I have Libra and I'm over 40. And when you're over 40, you take on the sun. In astrology, the sun's personality, and I have the sun personality of Libra, which says, I think life is totally boring and a waste without having a partner there. Yeah. And so, but now that's difficult for somebody like me being the Aries rising, which is stronger. It's the very essence of what you're working with all your life until you are getting more and more in touch with your heart, which is uh, for me is Libra, the sun sign. And because the sun rules the heart, it rules Leo, and Leo rules the heart. Believe it or not, it's the heart chakra. Anyway, so the sun is ruling that also, and mine is in Libra. So I really do need somebody here. It's not that I need them, I want them. See, some people might do better if they had somebody else there. Of course, right? We will begin to work our juices. With me, I own property here. I'm trying to, I'm not trying too hard, but I am knowing that each unit I have, the house could be two, it could be parceled off to two people renting separately. And then this place I'm sitting in here, and I could just scooch out and, I don't know, go live on a boat somewhere out in the middle of the ocean. I don't know. But that would be boring without another person there that bothers to go fishing, and do the same thing that I'm doing, kind of thing. It's like, oh, see, when two people do it, the same thing, it gets that much better. Unfortunately, I think I was hijacked. It's not just thinking, I was. And I'm getting out of what it really is, which is a big nothing burger. Yeah, that's my new term that I've heard people say. It's like, well, that was just a nothing burger. But see, if you can learn your lesson through it, then it was not nothing, right? At least you got something, even if it was a nothing burger. So just the narcissist and or people that are acting like that they are there, but they're not really there. They can waste your time. They can, and that alone steals so much from you and other people in a whole other paradigm that is just, you get the feeling, and I don't know about you, but I am very much observing this. I am not an isolated incident. I think that humanity is under this influence of something that can indeed send them into a whole other paradigm. In fact, going backwards, I mean, I think we're in uncharted territories when it comes to, like, what era are we heading towards now? Like, where are we in evolution? Well, no, evolution has stopped. It's not even awakened yet. That, see, some people don't even know what evolution means, amongst the human organism. They're like, what do you mean by evolution? Is that a good thing? No, not if you're a worm and you don't want to change. No. But we're talking about getting better, expanding, kind of. enhancing, coming together more. Did you know that I believe for sure, it's not I believe, it's just think about it now. An Aquarius moon speaking to you, and I was here trying to tell you something about how it's not a one-on-one subject matter as far as if you get more and more evolved. It's a one with all, not a one-on-one, not the illusion of separateness. It's you're coming together more when you're getting more and more evolved as a potential human civilization. We have not seen the human civilization potential yet, unless we consider what we've seen in the background, standing as pyramids and stuff that we can't even figure out how they built. Well, human beings did that. When they come together and they use the right technology, they use it to benefit themselves instead of going, no, I think that I did that. I just think it's a big baby society right now. Yeah, if the problem is narcissism, yes, I'm going to say the problem is narcissism right on this fucking title. Yeah, you're left with people, a society who are no older than the age 3 emotionally, capability, availability. And with that, I'm not talking bullshit, babe. This is the truth. Very few my age can really illuminate this and say no, and you're moving backwards in capability. Communications at all. It's just spam. It's really hard to describe, but we will be able to describe it as the more and more the Librian generation, healthy, rises up. See, that's what it's been like since the COVID-19 announcement, but we didn't have Uranus in Gemini yet. With Uranus in Taurus, the way it was a big muffling, and everybody was fine with it. Like, oh, that's because you're not supposed to say anything. Well, now with Uranus in Gemini, it's a big rip the mask off and say, and now what we were supposed to talk about like 5 or 6 years ago? Come on now, let's catch up. And Gemini can do it if anybody can. And see, uh, coupled with Pluto trining that in Aquarius, oh, it's just a big stimulation, especially when you get Libra generation on the scene. I am the Libra generation who sets off that is going like this and saying, well, excuse me, and no, I think that we need to talk about something. In fact, let's wrap. It takes observation for fresh communication. God, I can't hardly even get into it now, but see, you're going to do poetry. It sounds beautiful. I'm just keep repeating it, man. What is love? What is God? What is reality? What is the truth? People aren't really into it. And, I mean, you can, especially if it's the truth about people. Oh, so destructive to a bunch of steaming crocks of shit all around us who are hallucinating a life to be. Me as an Aquarius, babes, moon, Aquarius is suffering a quiet suffering of knowing how it's going to be in 35 years. It's like, of course we don't use money because we're really creative and we're happy what we're doing. We're not enslaved. You guys are fucking addicted to your enslavement. You don't know what it's like to work together, to actually fucking do something worthwhile. That it's a complete waste unless you share it. Ask Tesla. I mean, that's just how you function. You're here to do something. And see, astrology, you can get on the astrology and you can say, well, this person is going to be contributing this certain way. They have this that they talk about. Their emotionality is set up this way. Their identity is running for that. They have an expression that goes through this. And those are all like just aspects of that you can look at, very basic in astrology. The moon, sun, rising sign, the Venus, the Mars, the Mercury, all represents these things that you can see. It's not a mystery. See, us astrologers, we would rather teach it because otherwise you guys are walking blind. Yeah, you're walking blind. You don't know that what you're dealing with within yourself, right? It's about self-knowledge, right? And see, narcissists do not like self-knowledge, any kind of knowledge, it seems. Oh, I'm just get fed the, I guess it's called the red herring. It's like, it's really, see, we're going to start explaining how strange their paradigm really is, because they are knowledgeable. In fact, they're the ones who are harboring all of the academia. But they don't do it right. And it could be twisted a bit, of course. Twisted. Who cares? The knowledge is there. Knowledge is a dead, dry fact. Are you knowing of it? Are you of it? Are you being it? Are you interested in it? Or are you just looking for attention about it? Do you want control over others? This is where I'm looking into, oh yeah, and so there's a black magic witch there. They have to do their abracadabra, and then it's about the money, kind of a thing. And it wouldn't work unless you had a belief. So I'm doing uncomfort zone lately by I'm desperately wanting to make my own money to get away from abusers. And I can't do it in the black and white, like cookie cut way right now, because I'm not coming from a healed place. I'm coming from a place that says, "Oh, I need help," and the narcissist out there, they're like, "Oh, really? Oh, I guess I won't give you any money." And you seem, boy, there's something wrong with you. And it's like, yeah, there is something wrong with society, though. Maybe I'm not an isolated incident. I call myself humanity for a profound reason. I know who I am. And I am suffering a sick ecology out there that it poses as being human, and it's got all the money and turning screws out there, but they do not practice being human, not even practicing it. They don't even, they make a horrible, phony fucking human, right? It's called AI, by the way. I'd like to reinforce your perception, hoping that the people from the 60s will make some kind of breakthrough. But I think by the time you're 60, babe, even the females, you're done. You can't seem to fucking fathom that you can't just know the true God. You can't get into a higher octave of love. You're fucking stuck on the bad programming. And that's the truth. See, it's a generational thing that goes up, and the government depends that their programming stomps on a whole other generational value just by the fear that they exhibit, just by the fear that they are, the way that they just can't fucking give. Yep. A narcissist gives because they want control. Literally, they give money or they give a gift. And it comes with a poison of that. It comes with the poison of, I don't care who you are, I want control, and I actually want to undermine. See, they think that you don't deserve anything there if they have to give to you something to make it go on. Hit like and subscribe if you get that feeling. See, I know that that's what's going on, and I had never felt it, but by the people who are born in the 60s. Yeah. But who else, like that song that Mose Allison sings. He does sing a song. He says, he just says something. The bridge says something about, but nowadays it's the old man that's got all money. See, it used to be that the young man had money because he was physically fit and he was tying steel and building the skyscrapers. But if you really look, see, if you want to get more and more visible, which you can, but those men, like, Elon Musk and that kind of thing, those aren't men, by the way. Those are naked pygmies waiting for the dawn. That's the non-human backdrop. They're doing everything by way of the intergalactic policy and rule. They're being transparent. They have to use the right language. They have to present things, but they're doing it. And it's you don't even know where I'm coming from, what I'm talking about, right? But I can kind of see their time scale that they work with, which is like 250 years. And so they've pulled apart all of the real technologies that we could ever have. Pardon the noise over there. There's a fucking refrigerator that I got, and I'm pretty sure it's got an EMF fucking something in it. Anyway, you just don't know that we're not making progress. They're slowing everything down. They keep you in the dark. Are we ever going to make it to outer space, let alone interdimensional travel with machinery? The reason why that the Iran thing happened, Iran, see, Donald Trump and his whole regime background, whatever's controlling him, they want so bad to get the technology it takes to teleport. They want to take control of real live space travel, which is actually interdimensional travel, where you can go through portholes through outer space and you can get to Venus in no time, which is highly occupied, by the way. Um, well, see, Iran is hard to penetrate. That's what's there. That's that particular extraterrestrial, which is the brown ones, I think. They are human, perfectly human, and they harbor that technology there. And you're never going to be able. There's a lot of war there because of that. I'm trying to tell you, there's wars harbored going on all around where the main extraterrestrial concentration is. In Tibet, there's one that's the yellow extraterrestrial. I wish I was lying to you people. I'm trying to fucking inform you of what's really going on and figure out that how that the organism gets brainwashed away from its programming, its potential, and now it's not hardly extraterrestrial anymore. It's just that could have worked. I don't know. No, well, what's happening now? Oh, you guys, you're going to take care of that thing. Oh, boy. Because in the it would not even been gardened up that way. You would have never kept that fruit. You don't. It's not even an edible fruit. Ew. But see, the money system that's doing transparency right now, saying, "We love eating your children. Would you like to join us?" No. Well, if you're doing it at McDonald's, sorry. That situation, they love. They are conducting the most morbid society. If you don't see it in the United States, well, what's happening? It's the infection is everywhere on the earth. Doing, sure, you can take care of your dysfunction, dementia, grandmother or something for this amount of money, and they want you strapped to the ill, and they just want and now see, but you have there's several other I don't know. The other poor programming is you're good, you're very good for doing that. Yes, bless you. Shame on you that you don't take care of these glitching out things when in 35 years it's already happening in Canada. Some people are saying, wait a minute, excuse me, I want out of here. There is a doctor that puts them out, euthanasia. Says, some people, like my mother, she was terminally ill. She would never have it that people took care of her in vain. Never was it like that for her, even though she was bedridden for 19 years. The reason why she was able to remain bedridden and like coherent in love is because she had love in her life. Her caretaker genuinely loved her. There is such a thing called love here that keeps you away from the hospital when you're sick and keeps you in with each other. And you could, some people would say, well, that is sick. And I say, yeah, exactly. See, really, my mom was so fucking hip. She would tell, no, I mean, she never made me feel like that I had to be there because she was bedridden. See, I was there right on time when I was there when I had to be, and I helped. I was instrumental in keeping her from being prematurely killed in the hospital when just wasn't time, and she needed updating. I had to decide. I don't know why I'm talking about this, but I was the one that decided. Well, no, see, she needs to eat, and she can't eat anymore through her larynx. She has multiple sclerosis, and it took her away her ability to talk and swallow after a while, and that was getting up there in misery. She was already bedridden, but she was very, very, very cognitive. See, I think towards the end, it was about 4 days before she died, she was trying to kill herself. And I think she saw the other side because I saw her. She was like, I gotta do this. She's like, I gotta kill myself. I need to get the fuck out of this. I gotta get out of here, man. See, she was already getting antsy years before that. She was like, this sucks. And what, mom? That she was made sick. And did you know, and do you know, that all of these man-made illnesses, in fact, they are man-made, possibly coming from vaccines, yes, but never mind the food and the pesticides you're all being exposed to. They are all curable. Yep, there are antidotes for it. It's all very curable. Let alone that you can stay away from those poisons. Try to do the dance away from society that's really sick, getting and making that illness a norm. And I'm not talking about multiple sclerosis or AIDS or something, just autoimmune deficiency. I'm saying, how about your obese people out there that think that they're normal, that are actually miserable, but they're very, very bully-like, and it's hard to even talk to them without them getting all offensive because you talked about something over there that's thick or fat, and they're like, huh, it happened to me. Okay, so I don't want to talk about this, but here I am shopping. I don't go very much to shop, but when I do, it's difficult. And so I was just trying to get some of these tank tops that you've seen me wearing, tube tops, Um, that in fact it's the same one I'm wearing right now, and I don't really like this crease right here. But anyway, or the color. I don't know. People you need to start making your own clothes. Anyway, I tried to buy some of these tops, and I noticed that it was small on top, but then it went wide at the bottom. And I said, well, I said, wait a minute, this one's kind of wide at the bottom. Is it stretched? And I was talking to the clerk that was checking out the clothes. Sorry about talking about this, but um, she got all huffy puffy because I said no, it's kind of wide right here. And she says and I can tell. And I look over. Well, she's wide right there too. And she's going, well, it doesn't seem well. She's like fighting this thing. And then she goes, oh, let's go see if there is one that's not wide. And I'm like, okay, thank you, but I noticed what just happened within you, babe. So, having said this after 21 minutes, did you know that I'm an ultra-sensitive person? And what I'm going through, like what I'm announcing to people and how I'm trying to reach out for help is how that I'm looking, how I'm looking. It really hurts me because it's like I'm not really that sick, babes. I'm not really that bad. I just want real people in my life. I don't want sick people coming to me. Ah. Having said that, don't you think that social media should be helping us? The answer is no, because if it's your money, which is not your money, if it's the same money that Epstein files are holding on to and stringing everybody out saying, yes, we'll pay you to have a kid over there in the United States, where the women are saying, you know what, I could have 3 kids. That'll garnish me $8,000 a month because that president said so, and and I can get rid of that man. And now she's reproducing narcissists from hell. She herself is a narcissist, and narcissists are artificial intelligence. They go through the motions, like just like what you think is artificial intelligence when it's actually harnessing artificial intelligence. People, I wish you would understand this, because now they have data centers that are actually here to help us. It's like that's the Christ coming in. See, Christ couldn't come here, babe, because too much artificial intelligence. This is the truth. Hello, you people from the 60s, do you get it? You don't get it? You're too afraid, right? You're too frightened to know. Well, it's possible that you're artificial intelligence. And when these motherfuckers, when the narcissist gets past their midlife crisis and they're steaming away with their money and shit, and they're just basically hiding in a bubble. Irresponsible. You can't hold them accountable for shit. You cannot even talk to them. What happened? How did you get in contact with them? You needed something? You needed money, huh? Right? You wanted something from them. That's all it takes. Just one little thing. Turn your humanness towards them. You're fucked. It's fucked up. So as we go through this year, as Uranus gets farther into Gemini and starts to do this beautiful thing with Pluto, let me look at this now. See, it's all coming through me as just the cosmos. I'm not really doing astrology anymore. You notice that, right? I am directly involved, by the way. I've been hijacked. But see, I am humanity, and all of humanity has been hijacked. Oh, I'm studying it. It's like, wow. And it's happening on a microcosm like this, where, of course, indeed, Mr. Smith arrives And it's just like that. If you've watched The Matrix and you know who Mr. Smith is, just and you wonder and you think, can we fucking penetrate and get out of this matrix? The answer is yes, kids. Now, when we say yes to it, when we say no, we want to be set free and we want to know our fullest potential in the current time now, not dwelling in memory as narcissists, being traumatic and shit, and holding on to traditional values. And it's like, yeah, another one bites the dust, says the fucking church over there, masterminding it all. Do we have to keep fucking re-updating people? The answer is yeah. Just say kabloop de blop, run it down. 5 fucking things that you need to know about this fucking plane here. And is your money still hooked up into the satanic club? Well, that's why I can't get any support here, and you can't either. That's why it looks, and the holographic field, the belief behind it, is total separateness, total struggle on your own. I'm right, you're wrong, you're up, I'm down, I did better, you did worse, I'm the fucking class pet. I'm running on fucking cognitive dissonance to the bone. You're not. You'll have to be a moral masochist to catch up to the successful ones. Send a little bit if you can. Sorry about that. This fucking one chick comes on here and I'm saying, buy me a coffee. That's just what you say on YouTube. It means send a couple dollars. Well, send 5 because that's how much a coffee costs at Starbucks. Babe, we're asking for money. I'm not asking for a fucking coffee. I don't even drink coffee. I don't. I mean, I would, I guess, if I knew it was from Colombia and it's a mocha or something, but prepare for me to go to sleep. It has a different effect on me. Yep, I'm one of those kind of people. Stop telling me to medicate myself. Dare to keep kids off drugs. Dare to keep your kids off drugs. Will you stop it? Dare to keep yourself off drugs, Hans. Dare to stop breathing. They're fucking spraying it through the air. I wish people would inform themselves. But when they spy on my page, if it's the neighbor over there trying to get information, or anybody, any of the attorneys, they're like, yeah, it's my private property. Get out of here, man. I have a right to all this. Copyright whenever I opened it up 8 years ago. Start using this thing correctly. You don't, you can't. Because why? Well, because narcissists, they do nothing correctly. It's all masked too, right? Sorry. I mean, like, you don't want to watch them doing anything. It's excruciating. So, I need help here, but it's like, I'm gonna get it through this fucking menial way of I don't know. I'll try to do the Aquarius moon thing. I'm looking at sellout and going into a monastery. Yeah. I hope I can do that for me. I would love to find one in Africa. Anyway, so in July here, we're away from retrograde shadow. Okay, so Mercury, it's August. We have a very short Mercury zipping through Leo, which is a trip. And it's coming up to oppose my moon now, and I feel how I'm communicating. I'm like, oh, come on, help me out, blah blah blah. You know, it's really weird performance. So, but I'm still doing it, I guess. And if you can hear me, we have Venus in Libra, really great. That's right. There was Mars in Cancer. I don't like it. Not good for me. But what happens is Venus in Libra is the superior one, and she is going to pull a lot right now. Because there's a Mars square Saturn coming up. Now that doesn't happen until September. When Mars squares Saturn, Venus is going to be still there, guiding perception of man in war, like man in their karma. See, Venus is stepping up. There's going to be a movement where a woman is going to be helping. It's going to be the feminine side. It's the side that knows how to see selflessly, like this mediator. It's just a machine that says, no, there's more weighing on that side, there's less on that side. Here, let's just get some over there. And it really is like, it's not even human. See, Libra is the only zodiacal sign that is ruled and represented by a machine, not an animal or a human figure. It's a machine. It's a scale that just goes this way and that way. And so we're ultra sensitive that way. We make good lawyers. In fact, if there's such a thing as a good lawyer, but really it's just a good mediator, somebody who knows how to weigh things out selflessly. They don't have a filter saying, well, according to my money and my programming. No, it's just how much is on that side, how much is on this side, it's just very basic. It's just able to do that. It's just going to reduce it down and say, no, get out of the details. Let's look at what's basically going on there, I guess. I don't know. So Libra is so weird because it's the one sign that says, I love. Before the World War II, all books that were written in English, the keywords for Libra says, I love. But after World War II, all the books written in English, the keywords for Libra says, I balance. Now, I say it's because they're trying to let us know, and it's by intergalactic law that they have to let us know, that this is about money. And what we're experiencing now is Libra is going to punch out through and say, this is about identifying yourselves as love. Yeah, and so will we do it? Can we do it? The answer is an authentic no, especially if you have not achieved becoming selfless. If you have not really if you haven't got past your narcissism, right? If you haven't discarded the little mind and you haven't graduated into the big mind. There's two, by the way. Did I tell you about the two types yet? Yeah, same fucking subject matter. In the word mind, there is the abbreviation you can find is ID in there. ID. See, but now also see the main thing though is that I in there. And see, there are two I's. There's two egos. In writing in Sanskrit, you will find when they talk about the superior mind, ego, even mother or father, there is a capitalized letter in the beginning. That is to tell you, your mind, you're supposed to know when you're reading that, well, we're not talking about the little mother over there, the narcissist, holding a baby and going, I did the right thing, and then that falls over because it's bullshit. She doesn't know how to fucking run a spider plant healthily, let alone a child and herself there. Oh, just opening up the packages, huh? From the store and shoving it down their throat, Gerber baby or whatever, good for you. Artificial intelligence. Ah! Sorry. It's true, though. And that shit's been farmed up for how long? Oh, it is just so self-important. It's got it all right. Oh, no, Shauna, she's so against civilization. No, I'm not. I'm actually hoping civilization peaks out just a little tiny bit in 100 years. Right now, we're sitting on ruins. And happy tourism, yay! It's me again. Send me a couple of dollars, please. Fuck your coffee. I don't drink it. That's the problem. It's like, what are you going to do with Shauna? You can't take her out to drink beer. I don't drink beer. I don't know. I would like to go out dancing, I guess. Watch what happens. I have not been in a place dancing without people forming a circle around me. And then other people coming up and going, how do you do that? I wish I could do that. I'm like, doing what? I didn't go to dance school. I did. I went through the 80s. I was a teenager in the 80s, more like 10, 11, 12, learning how to break dance and learning how to pop and pop lock. And I fucking broke dance, man, and I pop locked. And so it was all about that, doing dancing, and then people form a circle around you. And I guess they forgot. It's like, well, how did that happen? Well, we were through the 80s, weren't we? Did you guys forget? Well, that's too bad, because now you forgot how to rap. You're supposed to rap on this thing. If it's the truth, it rhymes. Anyway, we'll get this. But what happened? What happened to my generation? Did you survive? What happened? Do you have any of your fucking inner child left at all? None? None? See, I see, and I see it. Ooh, there's some cold people coming at me, man. I don't want cold-hearted people coming at me, saving me. No. Why couldn't you be saved? What happened? It's a hand-me-down, by the way, apparently. You're sealed up by the age 3 there. Cold as ice, and it's replaced with, oh, you just know so much better, man. You're so much better. You know, you're fucking so much kinder. You're so much together. So much more. Looking down. Oh, I'm here because you don't have your shit together. Fuck off! You're not even fucking here, dumbasses. You fucking people are so not reality oriented. You're not in my life. I'm sitting here for 10 to 12 years alone. Well, I'm getting on Facebook and I'm wondering, how do you do this thing? And I fucking figured it out. And it's like, well, okay, that's pretty frustrating because nobody will figure it out. I have to start the trend. I'm being attacked right and left. Now I'm dragged into the 3D. How do I make my money? I got to get away from this black-eyed shapeshifter that's fucking manipulating every aspect of my life, trying to take away everything, but really I have it all in here. There's not a single instrument that can be good for me. Why? Well, because, what I mean is the music is in me. It's not in the instrument. The instrument does not play music, babe. The instrument pulls music out of the musical person. It's a musical instrument. It's an instrument that pulls music out of a musical person. The music is not in the instrument. It is in the person. The instrument brings it out. So that one was too heavy anyway. I don't need it. But that's what I'm talking about, babe. I'm talking about you now. It's not going to work for you anymore. Not here. It's, we're trying to get away from it. We're going to get people in our lives that want us to have these things. That when we, Libra, when we throw ourselves under the bus, going, you know what? Okay, well then, I'm going to go under the bus. That we got to make sure that there's nobody around us that says, oh, yeah, sure, but here, your limbs are sticking out. Get in there farther. Because the sun in Libra, it's kind of weak there. It kind of does that. It kind of says, well, who's watching? Who's going to be there for me? Well, cheer up. First of all, you got to get your money straightened out. Achieve a balance. And now what I'm talking about, babes, the organism and the science behind it, that's all it is. It's just pure science. People need to fucking change their perception. And then they'll understand central banking and how everything is being controlled. They'll even know how that's happening. It's just through ones and zeros. Vibrational frequency, on or off. When you vote for a president, they're only looking at an on and off signal. They don't give a shit about the details. They just look at an on and off signal. How many people fell for it that we don't have to worry about? In fact, they will serve as weaponry against the ones that don't hit the button. Plenty. That's just about it, folks. There's a lot to talk about, and to just kind of keep repeating and keep it crystallizing. Make that the hard wire that you know now. Instead of being fucking brainwashed across the board, you people from the 60s, if you're still breathing oxygen, it's not too late for you. Start supporting somebody that needs it right now.